Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of December the 10th through 23rd, 2024. This is a reading if you are a Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising, or have another significant Capricorn placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. Now, you can check the description box below for a link to my website if you want to find out about what kind of services I offer, or if you want a reading with me. And also, there's a link to my social media for Instagram, transition.life.coaching. If you want to join us for the morning live stream called Morning Coffee with Breach, I do eventually download and put the episodes here on this channel so that if you want to watch them at another time, or you, like I said, you can watch them on Instagram afterwards as well. But usually I do a kind of different coaching topic or astrology topic, or if I get messages, I discuss those. And I do a daily tarot reading there as well. So yeah, if that interests you, that's in the description box below. Okay, I just want to jump right into your reading. Like I said, astrologically, we've been through a very intense time. Now we've got Mars retrograde, Mercury retrograde till the 15th, and then it will start moving direct, but we're in post-shadow until January 3rd. Neptune is now direct. We have Saturn and Neptune direct now. And we also have, what else? We have full moon in Gemini. And we've got Venus entering Aquarius, and so and she's connecting with Pluto there, which is really stirring up a lot around feminine, particularly feminine warrior energy, I've noticed. So astrologically, very intense time. Now, before I lay out your tarot cards, this is Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck, which I don't know if everybody, and if you're new to this channel, if you're not new, then you know these cards very well. But I'm going to be clarifying with the Sea Witch Tarot. And also, I will be using the Archangel Fire Oracle as our extra deck to give a clarifying card at the end. But I want to look at Cartouche first, because some things are jumping out at me before I even lay out the tarot cards over it. So yeah, you're kind of at a space right now, Capricorn, where you don't really exactly know who you are or where you're going. You've got Nephthys in the first house. So there's always the sense that there's changes that are happening. Maybe you're thinking and feeling in ways that you didn't expect. Sometimes Nephthys comes out when it can be a card of a shy person or somebody who just wants to withdraw. That's another possibility here. But it seems like there's some reevaluation of where you're going, because you may be afraid right now. If you've had a lot of shocks and changes recently, having your eyes in the 12th house kind of says, well, what's the Radiohead song? No alarms and no surprises, please. Like, I feel like there's an element of that there. Now, I don't know if anybody has had a recent loss, because we do see Earth in the 8th house, which is sometimes a card of legacy or inheriting something. Does not have to be, so I don't want to freak anybody out. If there's nothing going on that should precipitate that, then don't worry. That's not the message. But you have water in the 2nd house, and then you have Earth. So this indicates, at the very least, a change in financial situation, and it seems like somebody else's money is going to be a factor. Whether that's an inheritance or a gift, that's often the way this is translated, but it doesn't have to be. There could be some other way in which you have a joint financial arrangement rather than a singular one. With water right now, there's also the possibility that water's kind of coming in and flowing out again just as fast. Just as fast as you make it, you gotta put it out again. And it does seem like there's some kind of challenges with regard to a family situation, because you have Pyramid down here. But this could also just be something that's taking a lot of time. It might have to do with family. It might have to do with your house, too. If, like, you're moving house, or you have a home or something like that, then that's also a possibility there. Some of you might be working on a creative project here. You have Horus here in the 5th house. So for some of you, that would be being noticed for creative work that you do. This is also Leo card in the Leo house. So I think that, this could also indicate if you are looking for love, this could be somebody who, either a creative person or somebody who's just very, very visible for what they do. That energy is showing up here. Again, it could be a Leo. They don't have to be. Although right now it seems, in terms of a long-term relationship, if you are looking for love, it may just be a friendship for right now, or there might just be, communication and building things, because perhaps somebody with Anubis in the 11th house, is friendly, but maybe protecting their boundaries right now for whatever reason. Yeah, it looks like you've had some difficulties perhaps with communication recently, or at least things that are kind of forcing you to look at things differently or think outside the box. So yeah, that's my initial impression. So let's clarify. I've already shuffled these beforehand just to save time and cut them. So let's see what's happening here in the for this period of time. Yeah, it's funny. You've got the Hermit overall. This is an energy of, once again, just kind of wanting to step back, take a time out, think things over. But you have it with Fire overall. So with Fire, there does seem to be a desire to, I don't know, to deal with very strong emotions or inspirations. Fire can also be where we want to burn up what's around us. It's a sense of purging almost, like we're getting rid of things that we don't feel serve us anymore, or allowing them to be quote unquote burned up. And also I think of Fire as being Mars energy. With the Hermit, I feel like Mars retrograde may have a very big effect on you. It may be bringing up some unpleasant emotions or past things that you're trying to move past. Yeah, and it's funny, you've got Death in the first house with Nephthys, so this has definitely been a change. You are changed, Capricorn. This is you going through a very fundamental change, and this is a change in identity with the first house. So changes may have occurred recently that have made you feel like you're a different person, but you may not quite know who that person is yet. And with this energy, I feel like you're still figuring it out. Now, it's interesting that I had said something about the big picture, because you have the Hanged Man in the 8th house with the Earth card. And I mentioned the Earth card having to do with possible, inheritance, other people's money. But Hanged Man, sometimes this indicates when we are in a state of suspension. And that makes sense, because I feel like that connects in with this Nephthys energy here. And so it's kind of saying that maybe you're feeling stuck right now, and there may be a need to look at the bigger picture, or there's a sacrifice that you need to make to move ahead. Because, yeah, over here in your money house over here, you have the Princess of Pentacles with the Water card. So this does seem to be a new financial opportunity of some kind. The princesses are like pages. They bring news. And this usually can indicate a new financial venture or doing something different. This could even be going back to school. Maybe that's where the extra money is coming in. Maybe you're getting money to go to school or something like that. I don't know. That may be possible for some of you. But there's... But yeah, there definitely seems to be this change here. And Princess of Pentacles always brings new energy. It's not quite the same as the Ace of Pentacles, but it almost represents like a new plan or a new financial plan that's coming in. And it looks like it may involve somebody else. However, I'm looking at your 10th house, which is your house of career. And not typically, I mean, okay, if you're somebody who's retired, or perhaps you're in a state where you're not working for some reason, this may not have anything to do with it, but I do feel like a lot of times people's money situation is often tied to their career as well. Like what it is you do, not only what you're offering to the world, but what you do to make money. And in the 10th house, you have a Princess of Swords with Hathor. So you could be signing a contract with a woman. This is a very strong feminine energy, or to do something that we think of as feminine in nature. I always think of this as having to do with beauty or fashion, or even things that are somewhat, they're a little more domestic, like, cooking, like somebody becoming a chef or doing something like that. That could be possible for some of you, but it doesn't have to be that literal. Hathor can also just mean a job where you need to be very, very organized. There's strong Virgo energy with this. So it has to do with the day-to-day routine of things. But with the Princess of Swords, there's almost a sense that, again, like, Princess of Swords is not one that it's an energy of somebody not telling you something, or things being said that you're not hearing, okay? So I feel like you're trying to get things together right now, but there just seems to be some hidden element here. Maybe somebody is, saying one thing to your face and another thing behind your back. I mean, I don't know. There's something here about this. And if I look down at your 6th house of job and worry, like your Virgo energy, you've got Isis here. So there seems to be something where you have to be patient or you have to be compassionate. Could be connected to your mother. Again, we have Pyramid here in the 4th house, which can indicate test situations or ordeals connected to family. So I don't know if that's a connection here. But you've also got the 6 of Pentacles. So I think okay, I feel like, all right, okay, now I think I'm kind of seeing this. I think there's a concern, there's going to be a reliance on somebody else financially, or at least there's going to be monies that are going to be coming from somewhere else, and there may be maybe even from somebody's mother. That's possible. But the Six of Pentacles here seems to be saying like you're in doubt about the energy exchange there. Like this is almost a sense of feeling like either you're receiving charity from somebody or somebody else is expecting charity from you. Okay, I don't know which way this goes because this Princess of Swords kind of feels like it could go either way, but there's very strong feminine energy in your houses connected to work and career. You've got Hathor here and you've got Isis here. So whether this has to do literally with a woman or a family member or something connected to motherhood, children, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that may be very specific. But overall, there seems to be a situation where, yeah, I feel like there's almost a call to compassion, like a call to giving to somebody. But I don't know. With Princess of Swords up here, I'm not sure that's an energy I would entirely trust. There's just something about it where there's something either manipulative about it or somebody's telling you one thing and doing another. I don't know. There's an energy of that there. So I guess what I would say is in this kind of new financial situation, or let's just say if you found you've come into a lot of money, be very careful and be very circumspect about the people maybe who are looking to benefit from you, if that's the case. You know, and that might also explain why you're taking a time out. Maybe there's been a literal loss recently where you feel like, okay, I need to take a time out and I need to find my balance, because you have Temperance here with the pyramid. So yeah, it's kind of like you want to take a time out to rebalance because of something. And obviously not everybody watching this is going to have a specific situation like a recent loss. So, you know, that's not always the interpretation. But there definitely is a change that's happened recently that's making you rethink things. And it does seem like there is going to be money coming from some other kind of source, whether that's a legacy or not. But there does seem to be concerns about give and take, and about whether or not people are giving you all the information with respect to either job, career, or what kind of service you're doing for other people. So, okay, let's see. So yeah, something very interesting going on there for somebody. Let's look at your 9th house Sagittarius energy here. This is about expansion of horizons. Yeah, and you have the Sagittarius card there. You have Osiris. So this could almost be about taking a leadership role, and yeah, with the 4 of Wands, this is about achieving stability. Okay. For some people, this could be, this card sometimes comes up when there's a marriage or something, but this has to do with expanding your horizons. So I feel like it's like you're trying to stabilize things because you may be getting ready to move through a gateway, to make a change, to move on to the next thing for yourself. And this could be a move far away with the 9th house. It could mean you're going to go back to school. It could mean this could be a change in spirit, in terms of spirituality and so forth, like that there's a gate that one is crossing through. But there's definitely this sense of, I feel like there's almost like, in terms of making big changes, I feel more like you're trying to get things, kind of get things satisfactorily stabilized right now before you move on to the next thing. But this is sort of like almost a gateway, like, yeah, okay, I'm here now, and then I'm going to be moving on to the next thing. Let's look at your 11th house of Aquarius, of your destiny, what you're proposing to do, and where where you might be, your friendships, and also like what your goals are, what you're trying to manifest. And you've got Anubis here with the Emperor. Now, again, the Emperor reminds me a bit of Osiris. There's this sense of leadership, of taking control, and also of maintaining boundaries. So, okay, there's a lot here around, yeah, I feel like you've had something, and being that you have Urias back here, Urias is got with the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. So this has to do with family harmony and happiness. So there seems to be something unexpected that happened in connection with that. That's why I'm thinking for some of you, this is a family loss or family, or even if it's not a loss, there could be just some news about something, or maybe there's been some kind of a shift or a change, or there have been monies granted from something. because 10 of Cups, but it's showing up in this house of where there's kind of, I feel like there's almost like a distrust here of what's going on, or it's leaving you in a place where you just don't know how to process it, or you don't know who you are right now. Like there's something where you're trying to make a decision about how to move forward. And like I said, this definitely would fit the narrative of somebody who's had a recent loss, maybe sorting some things out with family. In the third house here of Gemini energy, and of course, remember Mercury is retrograde, so that does not help when there's matters to be communicated. This can have to do with sibling relationships, but it can also have to do with business and also with communication. Now we've got Sirius with the Empress. So Sirius, again, there's this need to think outside the box. There's a sense of enduring something. Like there's almost a vibe of red tape with this card. It's not something you can't get through. And again, you've got this Empress energy. You've got this feminine energy. 3rd, 6th, and 9th and 10th houses. You've got this feminine energy because you've got the Empress here now, which is the energy of the mother. So whether these are communications with your mother or about your mother, that's a possibility here. Or whether this is just about, trying to do something different with regard to your sense of abundance, your finances, or what home represents for you, right? All of those things are possible, but there's definitely been some kind of an upheaval here, definite change coming, if it's not already here, in terms of finances, with this kind of this new situation that's coming on. So either somebody's becoming financially dependent on you, or you are on somebody else, and it does seem like there may be people whose motives you might have to watch. Like I feel like, like right now you're trying to be very protective. There's this definite things here in terms of expanding, in terms of your social networks and horizon. You may not even trust, there's even a sense of maintaining boundaries with people who you're friendly with or in your network right now. Like you're trying to make a decision about it. Ultimately, I feel like you want to take charge of things, but you don't really know who you are right now because things are changing. So I don't know. This is really interesting, how this is turning out here. And yeah, overall, there seems to be a sense of wanting to have some deep thought about it. Let's go back to the relationship houses. Those are the ones we haven't looked at yet. I mean, other than our initial take. With Horus, you have the Lovers in the 2nd house. Okay, so this person does seem to be a love interest. And now if you're already married, this could have more to do with a creative venture, but whatever that would be, Lovers in that case would probably involve a choice of some kind that you are making. And this can have to do with children too, by the way, because Horus has a strong family vibe. So, so again, take it as it resonates. I don't always like to just read it for single people. So I try to get like all of the nuances, and these two houses it'll vary depending on your situation. So if you're looking for love, this definitely seems to be a new relationship where you're with somebody who is either very creative, could be very family oriented, whatever it is, this person's very popular. They're very well known and they're very well liked for whatever it is they're doing. Sometimes Horus has to do with healing work as well. So take it as it resonates. But in this house, I tend to think my first word with Horus is usually creativity and also somebody who's very visible. So there could be a relationship with somebody, or there could be, something that you're thinking about, or there's decision. But in the 7th house here, we have it with the 5 of Cups with air. So I don't know, maybe there is somebody here where there's going to be a love affair, but maybe because of past hurts, they're not really ready to commit. With air here, there's a sense of somebody has experienced a loss, or if you have experienced a loss, okay, this could be you may not be ready to commit yet. You may be just like, okay, this is an exciting new possibility coming in here. And again, with Mercury retrograde, sometimes these are people coming in from the past, so that's always a possibility for some people. Again, not an absolute, but that could be the case. But whatever's going on here, I feel like, there's some loss to be healed from. So it almost is saying, like, in terms of making something permanent or long-term, or, like a marriage commitment or something like that. Like right now, there seems to be a sense of don't go there. Like don't have that kind of attachment. If you are somebody already married, it could be that maybe if you're going through this right now, things could just be a little more detached with your spouse. You may be grieving something, or maybe they are. Again, maybe it's in their family, who knows? But either way is possible. But they're definitely saying to keep open communication. but there may be some kind of a loss that somebody's grieving right now, okay? I mean, not all is lost here, but there is a sense that something may have been lost recently. Now, if you are somebody who your loss happens to be like a divorce or something like that, and this is why maybe you're feeling this way about marriage, I would still say then there's the possibility of new love here coming in. But again, you may not be quite ready for it yet. Okay, so let's do an angel card for you. Let's see what Capricorn needs to know here. Nope. Well, this is interesting. It's interesting how they turn Jesus into an angel in this one. And they call him Christiel in this one. It's an interesting deck. It was recommended to me. I think the meanings of the cards are interesting. I think some of the other imagery is a little odd, but okay. So the message of this card: a more peaceful time is coming to you. You have worked hard to create peace in your life and the lives of others. And it's funny, you've got the peace card down in your home area. Trust that as you do no harm shall come to you. Okay. So, and that's interesting because there seems like there's a lot of distrust in this reading. So I think there's this sense here that you want to focus on your peace right now and on not doing harm, right? And again, they're saying if you don't do harm, other people will not harm you. So yeah. So I don't know. Interesting reading here, Capricorn. We'll have to see where everything leads with this and what your next reading looks like for the end of the year and into the beginning of 2025. I hope this reading was helpful. If you did like this video or you did find it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.